Hello everyone and welcome here to the Dutch National Ballet in Amsterdam. My name is Wendeline Wijkstra and I'm one of the dancers with the company, and I would like to give an extra warm welcome to our audience here today, and of course an extra big hi to all of our dear colleagues and friends all over the world. We're very excited to be a part of the World Ballet Day 2017. Currently, we're working very hard on the rehearsals of Mata Hari, a beautiful ballet that was created by our artistic director Ted Bransen in 2016, which will be coming back and will be shown here at National Opera and Ballet from October 14th until November 3rd. For more information, please check our website operaballet.nl. In the next 30 minutes, you'll get an exclusive insight behind the scenes. I'll be doing an interview with our artistic director, Ted Bransen, and we'll also be speaking to two of our principal dancers. But before we start the rehearsal, please let's have a look at the trailer of Mata Hari. I hope this trailer has made you just as excited about this ballet as we are. It's been a pleasure to dance it, and we're all very excited for it to come back. And please let me now introduce you to our artistic director, Ted Bransen.
Hello.
We're very fortunate to have a look at these rehearsals. I won't take up much of your time now. I'll do an interview with you later.
Okay.
But please, could you tell us what we're going to be seeing and who we're going to be seeing in this rehearsal?
Okay, so we're going to rehearse two of our principals, Maya Makatelli and Artusha Sedikov, who are dancing the roles of Mata Hari and Vadim de Maslov. The two scenes that we do, the two parados that we do, take place in the second part of the ballet, the second half of the ballet, when Mata Hari has become famous. She's a world-famous dancer, and she finds herself in Berlin at the start of the First World War. From Berlin, she finds her way through war-torn Europe back to Paris, where she arrives after having been harassed by soldiers and spies and everything. And she's found there by a Russian officer, young Russian officer, Vadim de Maslov, and they fall in love. And that's the first parade that we're going to be seeing.
Fantastic. We're all very excited. Please, I'll give you the rehearsal.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Maya and Arthur, zullen we beginnen? So we'll start from when you're on the floor, when you come out of the train, and when you just arrive with the rest of the soldiers. I have the music set up, so let's see. And I'll try to let you go, actually, because I haven't seen you rehearse, but I think you've done a run already. Yeah? Okay, because I haven't seen anything yet, so I'll stop you when I think I have to do that. And let me check the sound. Yeah. Push him away. Yeah. Good. Travel more. You can reach to his face with your hands. Yeah. This is when you really see each other and you really fall in love. Show that, yes. So from sadness, it really goes to a sense of happiness and having found someone. Okay. Pull her, yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop you, yeah? Good, 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 good. Not bad for our first. I have a few things. When you're on the floor, more anxious when you grow. So it should be more hysterical almost. You're really afraid. You've been abused. God knows what has happened. You know, there's a suggestion of rape before that in the train. So really, and then when he comes to you, come to me. You said the first move away. And then show the hand, show her your hand. And the first thing you do is you just look at the hand. And only then, as you come up, you look at him. And then, yeah, so let's do that. Yes, yeah. And your reaction can be bigger there too. When she's like, oh. Yeah, it looks too, you're too polite already. I mean, you're like, oh God, what am I doing to this woman? Yeah, do it again. Sorry. Yeah. Yes. Then show the hand. Show that you're not intending to harm her or anything. Then look at him. See that he looks kind of nice and reliable? Yes. Yeah, that's good. You push him away. Okay, this was good. Also the walking around in the first meeting. When he touches your face, a little bit more like, oh my God, he's so young. Yeah, we need to see that moment. And there's one more thing I need to do, that's a technical thing I need to do. Yeah? Okay. Yes. Good. Now, one thing. From Bluebird, the upside down lift. Take an extra turn. In the blue, as you bring her up, then you turn her, and in the coming down also, so we see it a little bit more and a little bit longer, because that's a nice moment when she's in this impossible situation upside down. Let's do that once quickly, and then we'll move on to the next part. Up, go, go. Now down, arch. Yeah, that's what I want to see, that moment, yes. Do you land on your right leg? Or do you développer through? You're upside down, you don't know where you are. But yeah? Effacé, okay. The arch moment is what we want to see. That was much better, yeah? Okay. Guys, take a minute, and we'll go do the second pas de deux after that. Thanks.
So it looks absolutely beautiful. It's such a touching story. How do you think the rehearsals are going so far?
I think they're going well. I'm enjoying working with Maya and Arthur. I've seen some of the other principals. And the ballet masters are restaging everything with the group. And they told me to stay away because otherwise you start to fiddle with it too much and let us first do our job and then come in. And I've been really excited to come in and see and revisit this ballet.
Yeah, because you created this ballet last year for our company in 2016. Yep. What do you think is so interesting about the character of Mata Hari?
Well, I think she was a woman, a Dutch woman from Friesland, from the north, who at the beginning of the last century, of the 20th century, found herself in a bad marriage, had no family, nothing to go back on, was thrown out by her husband, and had to basically reinvent herself in a time when there weren't that many options for women. And so she went to Paris and completely did actually reinvent herself. And she was one of the first self-made stars, like the Lady Gaga or the Madonna of her time. And through that, she became famous almost overnight by telling a story that wasn't actually true, by pretending to be this exotic princess that came from Indonesia or India. The stories varied along her moods. And she became a superstar in a very short amount of time. And then when the war came, everything changed. And the idea of having a strong, independent, powerful woman who slept with different men, who was not married, who traveled all the way through Europe, through all the different countries, even the ones that were at war with each other, she was considered a loose woman and a dangerous woman and not a good example for the rest. And so she was put back in her place. And I think that's really the reason why she was accused of treason and found guilty and executed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a terrible story, actually, in the end, but it also brings a very powerful message. What do you think is still relevant today about this story?
Oh God! I think what's relevant today is the search for freedom and the power of imagination and willpower, because she managed to change her life and change her future and change everything about, because she was not happy with where she was. She was not going to just let life push her down. She got herself up and reinvented herself, and I think that's a powerful message of hope and aspiration for everyone today. Yeah,
I think you said that beautifully. I understood that there are multiple soloists of our company dancing this part. Do you see a big difference in how the people interpret the role?
Yeah, they do. Everybody, thank God. That's why it's interesting to have different casts, and everybody interprets it differently. Like Maya, for example, Mata Hari, Margareta Zella, was in reality a very tall woman. That was one of the things. She was striking and tall. She was 1.78 meters. Maya is not 1.78. She's a lot smaller, but she has fire. She has this Georgian passion and fire, and that's what she brings out, and that's part of the character that we need to bring out. So every principal has a different assets that they bring to it and different interpretation of the role.
I can imagine that's also very interesting from you, because you created this ballet really from scratch. Mm-hmm. What was that like, to really start with nothing but the story?
It was very exciting. We had I mean, and I didn't do it by myself. I had an amazing team. We had Janine Brocht, who wrote the libretto, and Charika Regan, who wrote the music. It's a specially composed score. We had a fantastic team of designers, François-Noël Cherpin and the Clémence and Nous design duo. So it was a really great and exciting period, which took quite some time before we actually started rehearsals. So we had everything more or less in place. We had a common vision of what we wanted to tell.
So before we go on with dancing, yes, we're all ready. What are we going to see in the next part you would like to rehearse?
The next part is the second part of Margareta Matahari and Vadim. They've just met, they've fallen in love, and boom, just where the pas de deux ends, he's being called into the army. The army comes on, and she's desperate to be with him because this is the first true love in her life. At this time in the story, Matahari is 40 years old. Her heyday is slightly starting to fade a little bit, and she has this Russian lover who's 20 years younger, and she feels real love for the first time. They go off, the war goes on, and they see each other again. She finds him again, injured, at a battlefield. And that's the next piece that we'll see.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Maya, Artur, let's go. I have to find it first. I didn't preset this properly. Let me just take a second to do that. Before we do it, there's one thing. And remember when we do arabesque this way, just before you do the big lift, I added a step there because we always have too much music and we always get a bit early. So after this, we continue. Arabesque, step, step, coupé, and then relevé, rond de jambe, and it's like a renversé for you. You do the same. So you go here, step, step, open, you stay, and let her come to you, and then we do the lift. Yeah? It will just give you that extra moment. Do you want to do that first?
Yeah, let's try it. Mm-hmm.
From développé. 1. Even early, so you can even take a fraction longer. Yeah, and let's do Maya. If you take the coupe, I think this turn it around so that you really do a rond, straight leg, all the way to here, and then go to him. If you keep some distance, then she has somewhere to go. Yeah, let's try it from the beginning. So this is the end of the battle scene, just when you find him. Now remember, it was extremely slow when we first did this. So it gives you a lot of time to flesh out the character and fill out the movements. Look around you, see the destruction everywhere. Remember that the set's all completely fallen apart by this. Yes, good. Push her away. Round. Giving you a bit more sound. Yeah, almost collapse so she has something to go for. Really take your shoulders, yeah? Great distance. Touch his hand, his head. Yes. Look at him as you come out. Take a few steps back like you can't believe each other. And bring her up. Nice. It's going to be a little bit early. Nice coming down. Good. Okay. Then they get interrupted. Well, good. I think they want me to go on already. I think they have a few questions for you guys.
Yes, I would love to ask you some questions.
I'll give you some more notes after, okay? Hold on.
Sure.
Go on.
For those of you who have just joined in, you're watching World Ballet Day with the Dutch National Ballet, and I'm standing here with our principals, Maya and Arthur. I'm so sorry, I can imagine you have to catch your breath still. How are you feeling?
Good.
And you, Arthur?
Okay.
Maya, it seems like you can really get into the role of Mata Hari. What do you think is so special about this part?
Well, this ballet is great because it's about her history and her life, which was really difficult and not always pleasant because she was a woman that went through a lot in her life. And it's really enjoyable to feel that and to be her. So it has artistically a lot of different levels and layers and depth and all sorts of emotions. And artistically, it's really interesting to work with that.
And do you think that that is most challenging about this ballet for you as well, the artistic side of it?
Yes, I think it's very challenging because her story was so difficult and it was so different always, and she just jumped from one thing to another thing, and it's really difficult to tell this story in such a short time. And I think that's what's really challenging, to be able to transfer that story to the audience.
Yeah, I can imagine. How about for you, Arthur? How significant is your character in this ballet? Do you consider it a love story, or how do you approach it?
Well, the whole Mata Hari ballet is not a love story, but the part I do with her, it's for sure about love. Mata Hari had a lot of men in her life, but most of them she was using for money or fame or other things. But Vadim, my character, I think she really loved, and it was her last love just before she was executed. So I think it is like love moment in the story, which is very important in the ballet.
I understand. And the two of you have just become parents. You have a beautiful little boy. How has this changed, even dancing together? What is it like to have Maya back in the studio now, for example?
Well, it wasn't like really long break because she's already in shape, and it seems like it was just yesterday already. So nothing really changed much. Well, except we have baby, of course. But, dancing is the same.
And for you, has it changed you as a dancer?
I think it did change me. Well, I hope in a positive way, but it's probably more visible for the people who know me. It's hard to judge on myself.
And how do you combine it now? Because of course it's a lot of work, of course a lot of love to have a baby, but it's not easy. How does it go for you?
Well, I'm not the first ballerina to become a mother, and of course it's not easy. And anyway, motherhood is not easy, but you learn. It's a new way of living, and you are not left with many choices, so you have to make it work. So yeah, always find a way to work.
Yeah, when I look at you now, I can't believe you just had a baby. Look at you. Do you think it has changed the way you dance? Does your body feel differently? Do you approach things differently? Because I can imagine a lot has changed also.
Yes, I think it has changed. Well, the way I feel, because I had to learn to work with kind of new body, if I may say so. But I took class throughout my whole pregnancy, so it was not such a drastic, abruptly stopping and not doing anything. So I feel stronger in a way.
Well, I wish you all the best with your little boy and of course with the rehearsals of Mata Hari, and I think I'll give some more time to Ted to go on with you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay. Did we do the last solo? Did you do that?
I did, yeah.
Can we do that maybe? So, this is before, this is Act 1. Mata Hari, still called Margaretha Zelle, came back from Indonesia. Her husband, with whom she had 2 children, divorced her. One of her children died, was probably poisoned, her son, in Indonesia. And she comes back. He keeps the daughter, and he doesn't give her any money. And so what does she do? She goes to Paris. Because what do you have? Yeah, she had no other skills, she had no job, she went to Paris. She worked as a model for painters. And here she is in the Moulin Rouge, where everybody ignores her. Just having been married for 2 years and been in Indonesia, where she was the toast of the town, she now finds herself completely ignored by everyone. And she remembers a little bit the dances that she saw at the temple dances that she saw in Indonesia, because she was in reality also someone who really loved it and who really studied it. And while remembering, an impresario sees her, and then he decides to create the role of Mata Hari. So, there you go. I'm telling her, no, no, no. Please, no, 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 no. No. Remembering the gamelan music. Marking it. Yes, hard, huh? And there he is. Okay. Good. Huh? It's a little bit quicker, huh? So it's actually not too bad. Yeah, especially in the beginning, it's maybe a little too quick, but we'll sort that out with the conductor once we get there. Because
unfortunately, that is all we can show for today. I want to thank Ted and the dancers for this wonderful sneak peek. And if you've become interested in this extraordinary ballet, then please check our website, operaballet.nl, because we'll be dancing this from October 14th until November 3rd. Thank you so much for watching, and please do follow us on Facebook and Instagram, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. And enjoy World Ballet Day. And of course, we hope to see you soon here at Dutch National Opera and Ballet. Bye!